Hi, and welcome to the Return to Work Pandemic Training Course free trial. I'm Darren Whelan, and I'll just talk you through the course content in a 3-minute video and how it works. So if you're with us here this morning, you are considering rolling out a return to work program for your workforce. Just explaining to you how it's been written and how it works. If I look at our 3 blocks, from a management perspective, the 3 blocks start with an explanation on coronavirus. The second block is professional help and experience from Larry Shannon, where we look at regulations, break down these regulations into easy steps, and how we apply them in our business. The final section of the staff is the headspace and the psychological element of the trauma of COVID-19 and returning to work. So it's really showing compassion for your staff to create team building and to bring everybody back in a positive way. So they're the 3 core values of the course. From your workforce, it's really explaining in core 1, the background, in core 2, explaining what your company has done, what your company has implemented, and to reassure staff how safe it is to come back to work, and to give them an understanding of the challenges and some of the changes that may have happened in the workforce and why they need to adapt to those changes. So it's really getting buy-in. The final section then is in Headspace. So, you know, we don't know what circumstances people have been in. They may have been on their own. They may have been cooped up with very small children. So people's headspace has been altered. So for your employees, your workforce, what we're looking at here is advice from Dr. Paul Miller about understanding your headspace, understanding why it's different now than it was before COVID-19, and to apply techniques to help people with anxiety or fear or stress, because there's going to be a lot of it about. Let's not, you know, let's accept it. There's going to be a lot of it. And in this element of the course, we are trying to prepare people for that. So when they do come into the workplace, they're a little bit more prepared. So that's it from the employer's perspective, and that's it from the staff member's perspective. We also have the ongoing weekly webinars where people can log in and speak to us and our professionals live, ask questions, and that all follows on. Aoife explained a couple of the key elements in the trial that are slightly different. We have unlocked a lot of our features which will allow you to scroll through the content and not necessarily study and see all the content. So this has been switched off. So in the real version, for validation and for certification, your staff will have to go through each section. They will have to answer the questions, and they will have to watch all the videos till the end. So this is disconnected to give you an easier experience navigating the free trial. So to move on, firstly, I'd like to say good morning to Aoife O'Connor.
Hi, how are you?
Aoife has been working tirelessly on the back end of the course, and she will be the person who will guide you through the registration process for you and your workforce. And I also want to welcome Joanne Kelly.
Hi there, good to be
Joanne,
here.
how are you?
Grand, thank you. And yourself?
I'm great. We would normally do this in person, but because the final stages of our COVID-19 is being recorded, we are all on Zoom in separate locations. So I am going to hand over the Zoom chat, and I'm going to hand it over to Aoife, and we're going to record it live. So we'll see how we get on. We did one run through and that didn't go very well, so we decided we'd do the real thing. So we will imagine that I have done the free trial. I'm like, I need to get my staff trained. How complicated is it? And Aoife's going to talk about that later on. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to talk about the course content, how it's been written. Then we're going to progress into how you purchase the training course, and then we're going to purchase, then we're going to move into the back end in how the platform works from our perspective to give you the certification and the validation of your trainees and that they have completed your induction back to work. So
That's good.
Aoife, will we talk about the content?
Yes, please. Okay. Let me just share my screen with everybody. So we have 5 syllabuses, which are broken down. They're called modules in the platform when you're doing the course. So module 1 covers the types of influenza and coronavirus. Just to quickly talk, like, this covers what a pandemic is, what is coronavirus, and the different symptoms that can emerge. In module 2, we have the prevention of influenzas, coronaviruses, and COVID-19. This is, how it spreads, how you can slow and stop the spread of this virus. In module 3, we cover your business and organization. And here we touch on how a pandemic can affect your business and the risk assessment that should be carried out when people do return to work. In module 4, this is the longest of our modules. And this touches on getting the workplace ready. We have lots of guidelines that need to be followed or put in place for people before they return to work. And we have consulted with Larry Shannon, who is our health and safety expert and has a lot of knowledge. And we have videos where we're interviewing him and he's sharing his thoughts and his guidelines, which is fantastic.
So can I jump in there, Aoife? So I was involved in that element of it. Yeah. And so this is probably the key, what for me is one of the key elements. If I have an office with 100, 200, 300 people, I'm looking at I'm at home, I'm not in work, or I may be coming in and out of the office. So this is the practical advice in using the guidelines that the government are giving us and how to implement them. And then as things crop up in the workplace or when people come back, you will have a weekly free access to myself and Larry on a webinar once a week where we talk about the challenges companies are having. So that's really, it's really good. It gives you the basis to start, and then our weekly chats live where you get the opportunity to ask questions. That's where the things that crop up, you get answers for. So that's really good for me.
Brilliant. And then we just have lastly module 5, which is understanding your headspace. We talk about anxiety and a few different disorders that people can be suffering from during this very uncertain time. People are going to be kind of anxious to get back into the workplace. So we have a good section on that with Dr. Paul Miller. And that is our course curriculum.
Yeah. Now on syllabus 5 or module 5, I had a phone call with Paul Miller, and Paul Miller is a specialist in this area. He's a professor. He educates. I think it's in Queen's University, and he has his own practice as well. And he's also very involved in training. I think it may be Australia, I'm not sure, but he's very much involved in training. And when I spoke to him, I was just so reassured, because in his content and the material, I listened to him and I got this wave of knowledge, and it was understanding where people are now, and that it's okay to feel like that. So what the material that we're going to be putting out, for me, it meant it's not a plaster. This isn't a quick fix. We have been affected by a problem.
Exactly. It's
causing stress. You have to understand that and acknowledge it. And these are the techniques you need to go through to overcome it. But step A is to working out that we've all been affected by this. So in the workforce where there's multiple personalities, hierarchy, things like that, what we're trying to do here is avoid sparks and problems. And Paul's application in this space is just so valuable for me. So that's the 5 modules.
Yes, that is.
Brilliant. So everyone has free, like you said, everyone has free access to this. Everyone can scoot around it and then come back to you and say, I want to roll out 100, I want to roll out 1,000, depending on the size of the workforce. So can you talk us through how that works?
Yes, of course. So it's based on a license. So if you need 1 to 1,000, you need to contact myself and let me know how many people are doing it. So I made a coupon earlier. It's based on a coupon system, and I'll just walk everyone through that now. I did one with Joanne earlier, but I'll just show everyone how it works on this back end. So Please ignore the dollar amount, it is in euro value. So Joanne wanted 30 licenses and that costs 510 euros. So I simply put in 510. I selected the price plan that would suit her. I enter a coupon code here, which will just be one coupon code. You don't, if there's 100 people doing it, it's still the same code for everyone. So I picked COVID-19 to return to work MX, and we will change that for whatever company, the company name that people need. And the expiry date. So I have at the moment that it expires in 2 years, which I think is plenty of time to do the course. But if someone didn't complete it in that time, we can extend it so that they can do it when it suits them. And I just put the number of coupons here. It was 30 for Joanne, but I'll go back and show you what that looks like here on my end. So here is the pricing plan I made for Joanne. It's the COVID-19 Return to Work MX. So I will email that on to Joanne now, and I will stop sharing my screen just for data protection purposes. I will send that to Joanne with the link to the course as well, so she's able to access it.
Okay.
Hi, Joanne.
Thank you.
No problem. I've emailed it off now.
Okay, so I've received that email and that link. And in the email that Aoife sent me, she has given me both the coupon code so that I can get in, and or any member of your staff can get in, and the link, and where that brings you directly to our platform so that you can start doing the training course. So I've picked up the link now, and I'm just going to share my screen here. And the link has brought me straight in to this section of our platform. And I'm going to sign up because I've never been here before.
So the HR manager will have distributed this to the staff. Hi, please sign up for the training course. Here's some information. Hit the link. That single link just goes out to everybody. Everyone gets the link. They click on the link, and then they just register their details so they can do their training course.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
right.
And
so they put in sorry, Aoife, they put in their name, their email address, and they make up their own password. This isn't the code that we've sent them, so that they can remember this password easily to go backwards and forwards, because they may not do the entire training in one sitting. Okay? Now I'm just going to agree with the terms of use and sign up. So this is what every staff member will see when they come in. I'm going to sign into the Irish one here. And there it is. And I want to enroll in the course. Okay, I'm going to add my coupon there. That's what my manager sent me. And now I can enroll in the course. It's as simple as that. It's a few clicks, and the one coupon, the one coupon just does the entire organization, so there's no trying to remember who got what code. It just goes through. Okay.
Brilliant.
And hey presto, hopefully now. It's just a bit slow. My internet speed isn't great here. And that's it now. I'm into the course. I click on module 1. I start the next lecture.
That's
so
it.
So it doesn't have to be done in one sitting. It can be done in multiple sittings. So you're into the training course. So Aoife, me acting as the owner of the company or the HR manager or in charge of health and safety, you've issued the code and you want to find out, you're asking us, what's the update? I sent it out to 100 people. Who's done the training? Who hasn't done the training? Who needs to do the training? Who's certified? So show us the back end on that.
Sure.
Okay, I'll just stop sharing mine for a moment.
Thanks, Joanne.
Yes, I'll share my screen with you now, and we can look at Joanne's progress from when she did the course earlier on. She did module 1, I believe. So I've searched for her through her used coupon.
So Aoife, just one question. So if I'm Emex, I have 100 licenses. I then say, Aoife, how many of my staff are certified? How many have registered? So this is what will come up.
This is how I will monitor that and check it for you. So I simply go into the student and click on their progress report. Okay. And you can see here that she has completed module 1 and she is currently doing module 2. If she was to complete the course, we would have down here that this is complete and that the certificate has been emailed on to her. So it's very easy to track and see where people are at, or if anyone wanted to get in touch with me and ask questions on where they're at, I can let them know.
And that gets exported as a what? What file?
CSV file.
Okay, so therefore it's just a basic report. Boom.
Yep.
Okay, brilliant. Well, we hope you have enjoyed our free trial access to the COVID-19 Back to Work training program. It's going to tick a lot of your boxes for HR. It's going to explain the changes to your workforce. It's going to give your workforce the tools to return to work. It's also going to give you the accountability to validate everyone is certified to return to work, and that is all traceable in the platform. So to progress, get in touch with register@darrenwhelan.com, where Aoife can sign you up to the program and we can answer any questions you have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.